Hey everyone, it's Erin here, and I am here doing a 10 types video for you today. As I mentioned in my YouTube content planner setup, I am using an Archer and Olive notebook. This is 160 GSM, and I really am enjoying using this thick paper. It's also the same thickness in my blackout journal. So just a note there that I am really happy with how this bullet journal is working out for me. I am doing a 10 types video for meal prep and tracking. So these are some bullet journal spread ideas that I have for that. I'm kind of keeping my theme going where I just use some of these floral elements to kind of mimic what I see on the front cover here. And then I decided to bring a little bit of fall vibes into it by using an orange Mildliner. It has a dual tip, so it's the chisel tip and the bullet tip. So I used both in this spread. And then I used a Fudenosuke Tombow brush pen. I used the dual one with the black and the gray side for this setup. And then I also used a Muji pen and a ruler. So here are my 10 types. I did this ahead of time because I really wanted to put a good amount of thought into each spread. So here we go. The first tracker prep idea that I have on here is a seasonal tracker. So I put, this is what is in season in New York. So you can look it up for your state or your country or what have you, or your city if it's very different from your surrounding areas. And I decided to put this in because I thought it would be nice because I know a lot of people are attempting to support local farmers and keep things in season more, because that helps in terms of the agriculture industry and things like that. It helps the environment. You can get things outside of this. Obviously, you can get apples year-round, for example, but I decided to put in this seasonal tracker to be a little bit more conscious of what I am eating and when. And of course, this is not an idea. So this isn't actually in my bullet journal, but I think I will be adding it in for my 2020 bullet journal. I'm going to add this in the front pages, I think. So here's a couple ideas. So you have the fruit and vegetable over here, and then the months that it is in season. There are certain things that are good past then. For example, apples are July through October in New York, but you can keep them in cold storage until about March. So I noted the cold storage where it is applicable. There are certain things that are only good for certain times of the year, summer, etc. I think you could use a Mildliner to put little marks in here, like you use blue for summer and orange for fall. So for example, if apple is both summer and fall, you could put two little dots here and color code it that way. So it's a little bit easier to track, and the color brings your eyes right to it versus all the words. So that's an idea for a seasonal tracker for fruits and vegetables. The next spread that I have on here is a favorite spread, which I'm not sure what I did. I'm not sure how that got there. Okay, so, oh, that's gonna bother me. I'll fix that later. So the next one I have right here is a favorite spread. So I don't know about you guys, but I have a really hard time remembering different things that I've pinned to Pinterest that I ended up liking or not liking. So I think it would be a good idea to create a favorites page. That way, if you're in a bind, you can always turn to this page and say, oh, we have chicken and I have Alfredo sauce and I have pasta, and let's just make chicken Alfredo because I know everyone likes this meal and it'll be really easy to make, things like that. That way you can just take a look. If you have the items to make that meal, you can easily make that meal. Or when you guys are in a bind and you just can't figure out what to make, sorry, my animals. And if you're in a bind and can't figure out what to make, you can just go through this list and be like, does anyone agree on this meal? And just go through your list of favorites. So I think that is a great idea. I have a planning meal. So this is something that you can do alongside a weekly, for example. you have your meal plan section over here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I also included a section for a backup meal, because sometimes maybe you're just not in the mood for that particular meal. And instead of shifting around everything else, maybe you have a meal that you have as a backup. For example, spaghetti and meatballs or something that keeps for a longer period of time than maybe some of these others that have certain vegetables that need to be done quickly, or meats that need to be done quickly, or something like that. You can always have kind of a backup meal over here. And then a grocery list to go along with that meal plan. That way you can bring this to the grocery store. You can take a picture of it on your phone and you can just note that. So you go through this planning list, put a grocery list together based on that list, and then you have your week set out for meal planning. The next one I have is just a plain old grocery list. So this is a good idea for things that, particularly me, I do not go to the grocery store once a week. I go to the grocery store multiple times a week. So this is kind of a good idea to have so that you can keep one list and then just mark things off as you're going every once in a while. You can also do this where everything is on the left-hand side, and then you have the actual meal names on there as well, similar to this one. So you can have your little headers, so that way when you're in the meat section, you just get all your meats at the same time instead of going back and forth in the store as I tend to do. So having those little headers for a grocery section, again, I think is a great idea. So that is my fourth idea. The fifth idea I have is on a weekly spread. So you can have a section for events, tasks, and then meals. And if your task list tends to be larger, you can spread this out over 2 pages and just make your task list, 3 or 4 of these, because you can fit 6 across. So you can make your task list 3 or 4 of these, and then you can do your tasks, my work tasks, my home tasks, my cleaning tasks, things like that instead. So you can just spread it out over a 2-page spread and then have meals here. You can also add a fitness area if you want to add a fitness area. And then I have a notes section down below, which I didn't think about. So I actually put the lines through, but I didn't mean to. So you can just have a little note section down there. The next one I have is a daily page. So you would have a header similar to where it says daily, and you'll have the day of the week, and then a giant list for task lists, event lists, things like that. And then a fun way to do this, I put the events over here on this time log. So for example, I usually wake up at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., somewhere around there. So you can put the open circle for your event, so waking up, and then a black dot for when you're having food. If you're trying to do intermittent fasting, this might be a good idea so that you can visually see when the first time you can eat is. So if you are doing a 16-hour fast and you can't eat till 12, you can visually see that you don't get to eat at any point here. And then your first opportunity to eat, that's when you put the line with the black dot, and then you can plan for what meal you're having for breakfast slash lunch. So I think this is a great idea, especially if you're doing some sort of intermittent fasting. The next one I have is a weekly log. So I have a space for each day of the week. I know that a lot of people get hung up about having Saturday and Sunday together. I'm not one of those people, so I just made an idea for that. If you wanted to have Saturday and Sunday as different sections, then you just, oh my God, my cat and my dog are going at it. I'm so sorry. So you just move down the sections, and then you can fit more in across. For example, you have a top 3 section. So these are the top 3 tasks that you want to get done or that are important to you, or maybe it's your top 3 meetings, your top 3 goals, things like that. And then a section for your task list. And then down here you have a section for meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I just smushed down the task list a little bit more, and then have 2 sections for a top 3 and 2 sections for a meal planning. So that's an idea for a weekly log. Okay, my dog is in timeout. I am so sorry for all of those noises that you heard in the background. Okay, so that is my weekly log. Okay, the next one I have is a monthly log. For example, if you are going out of town, you can still mark in like the timeline that you're going out of town. Because I like to do this when I'm like doing inspections or something like that. So then you can put in where you're going, but you can also have a space at the bottom to do meal planning. I just put the dinners along a monthly calendar spread, and then I have a section for goals at the bottom. This can be food-oriented goals, so you want to eat home-cooked meals 15 times throughout the month or something like that. Maybe you're making an effort to make more home-cooked meals. So you can do some food-related goals, or you can just do some general goals down there, and you can apply it to your monthly calendar. And it doesn't have to take up a lot of space. You can do a monthly calendar like this for all of your meals if you wanted, because there's plenty of space. This is 7 wide by 6 down. So you definitely have plenty of space if you wanted to make an entire monthly calendar as your meal tracker. And you can use it as a tracker or as a planning device or a meal prepping device. The next is another monthly tracker. Again, this can be either a tracker or a prepping device, because for example, lunch, I know a lot of people meal prep for lunch, where they meal prep on Sunday for lunches throughout the week. So then you can have all your lunches written out here and give you an idea of what you're making for dinner. For example, if I'm making dinner on Sunday and I'm making a lot of extra food because that is the thing that I'm having for lunch the next day, I can note it here and then put in my lunch for the rest of the week. So again, you can use it as either or. It's a really simple spread to make. I did it 9 spaces wide for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. So that is an idea for another monthly log. And then the last one I have is another daily log, where you have your daily header. You have a section for events and tasks, and then you can do weather. Again, I put a meal tracker in terms of time. This again can be for intermittent fasting or something like that. And you put a meal tracker in. You can also add fitness tracker, things like that along this side. So you have a dedicated space to tracking your meals. So again, and you can do this smushed into like a half a page. So then you can do like little daily sections. So you can like fit 4 on one spread or something like that. That's another daily page. I hope you guys got some good ideas from this 10 types video. Again, I tried to include a lot of different types of things, so including seasonal trackers, a favorites page where you're just doing planning and groceries, and then how you can use it adapting to weekly, daily, and monthly pages. So I hope you guys got a lot of good ideas from there. I think you can add photos to the comments now. So if you guys have ideas that you've done, can you please add them to the comment section down below? I'd be very interested in seeing what you've come up with. Or you can tag me on Instagram at @AaronFlotoDesigns and I will share it in my stories. So I look forward to seeing what people have come up with for their meal planning and tracking devices. And I will try to include a highlights section so that people can go back and look at some recreations or some different types of meal planning ideas. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys have a great weekend and I will see you next time. Bye everyone.